Well, technology has been important for a long time, but I think the past year revealed that it is no longer a luxury. It really is a necessity when we talk about K-12 education in our community. So thank you both for joining me to talk about the digital divide and how we can move forward. Kevin Chapman, Executive Director of Administration for Manatee County Schools, and Larry Plank, Executive Director for Science Education at Hillsborough County Schools. Larry, let me start with you. What did the pandemic reveal about the digital divide in our community?
So the pandemic revealed quite a bit about the digital divide in our community and how school districts must pivot, to take learning from the classroom Monday through Friday for 8 hours a day into an online learning environment. And what we learned as a district were really three things. The first is that a digital divide does exist and that we don't have enough devices out in the community for students to utilize. The second was really about the utilization of the technology itself. And so coaching parents and coaching students how to transition to an online learning environment and the appropriate use of the technologies once they arrived at the doorstep. And the third is often a component of the equation that isn't really considered, and that's the challenge that teachers faced in moving to a strictly online environment. So what we did also learn is that schools that didn't have a robust pool of technology within the school site, or perhaps the technology wasn't utilized on a day-to-day basis, those teachers in schools had difficulty in transitioning to an online environment.
So Kevin, what did Manatee County Schools do to ensure that some of these populations had the technology they needed to keep up and not fall behind?
Right. Well, Larry's answer about pivoting was really a key point. Really our teachers, our schools had to pivot. And what I mean by that is, through surveys and really through that parent interaction with families, realize very quickly what the needs were of that family. So whether that's, a Chromebook or laptop or even a hotspot. We handed out probably over 600, 700 hotspots to families all across Manatee County so that they could have Wi-Fi and internet in their homes. We also outfitted over 20 of our school buses with Wi-Fi. So, and there you have this big school bus in a church or a community center parking lot, and sometimes even in a community for either in the morning or the afternoon. We'd switch them around the county. That would provide about 2,000 feet worth of Wi-Fi. And students would come to, let's say, that community center or that church and do their lessons. We would have tutors there. We would bring breakfast, lunch, and dinner to those sites. So we really, again, pivoted and met that challenge. We even myself drove out to, we have a large population of migrant families out in the east part of Manatee County. And we went to those communities and said, what can we do to help you? And obviously Chromebooks, hotspots, even our school buses were used to provide that Wi-Fi to those communities.
So Kevin, during the pandemic, I was getting these Canvas app notifications, that was like the online learning app, right, on my phone. 2 a.m., Mrs. Hernandez graded this. 3 a.m., Mrs. Hernandez uploaded this assignment. And I'm like, this woman does not sleep. So what did the technology reveal about just how hard teachers are working?
I think just that point, it is. I mean, it's an incredible feat that our educators performed last year. And if you hadn't admired our teachers already, I think you did over this last year. And it's not only in Manatee County, but Hillsborough County, all over the state of Florida. They rose to the challenge, and we really are thankful and grateful for what they did last year.
During the pandemic, we got a lot of help with getting up to speed with some of the technology. But for families that want a little bit more help, Kevin, are there any resources in the community?
Yes, absolutely. The pandemic really brought together community organizations, our nonprofits like the United Way, the Manatee Community Foundation. Every county has a community foundation, and now we meet every other week, and the communication between all of us and the county government is something I've never seen before. And those resources are now becoming so much more available to families out there who might be struggling. For example, the CARES Act has now provided rental assistance to families. And so through the school district, we pass out flyers, for example, about a service in Manatee County called 211, where you could just call 211 if you need help with food or with rental assistance, or even with technology, if you need a laptop or a hotspot. And then those resources, and then we find each nonprofit or organization, and then they go to work right away. And it's really worked in Manatee County. And I think, you know, it's one of the positives, if you will, of the pandemic, that it's really brought all of these community organizations, county government, the school district together in one cohesive organization to really serve these families who need help down here.
And I will add that the kids are excited about the new technology as well. Like, we think that this new generation of students, they've grown up with phones, they've grown up with devices, so they're always in their hands. But utilizing them in an educational way, especially if it's fun, like the gamification of science and math content, has really been exciting for our kids.
Did you find that parents were more engaged because of the technology? I mean, I think I snuck into a couple of my daughter's Zoom meetings, and, you know, my son was probably in a couple of them, and the dog and everything. But did you find that being so present with the technology made the parents more involved?
Yes, absolutely. So what we saw exactly that. So we saw parents popping in on online Zoom lessons. We saw more parent interactivity with our student grade books. So parents really knew what children were doing. I think parents were a little bit more concerned this year as well. You know, we weren't in school, and they did want to ensure their child's success. So we probably saw some more engagement from all of our families across the board because of the pandemic. We hope that that continues. But we will miss having those guests pop in on Zoom. So we saw quite a few interesting things this year. And we're looking forward actually to this year, now that we do have all of this technology, to welcome our students back to school, to brick and mortar, but in this tech-rich environment.
Well, Larry Plank and Kevin Chapman, thank you both so much.